Did you listen to Ant's show? Anne Hathaway fan? No, of course not. Why would I? Well, I guess if you work with someone for over 20 years and they're making their comeback to part-time AM radio in the middle of the night on a Sunday, you would think there'd be some interest there just to, take a peek, take a listen. I couldn't be bothered. No. How did he do? I would assume he did well. I would assume he did well. I would assume he's playing to the ABC audience. I would assume that he tamped down his out-of-control race crap. But no, I didn't listen. Let me know how he did, I guess. Anthony making his big comeback to AM radio. Look, no offense to the guy who I do not like at all, but he's doing 2 hours a week, WABC radio, 8 at night to 10, right? 8 to 10, I believe, was the shift. That's a nothing burger. But with that said, if they're putting him there to see how he does, test shows, we're thinking of giving you a full-time gig here, but let's start you, at a real shitty time on the weekends, just to see how it goes. And then if this leads to him maybe getting a real shift, then it starts getting impressive. But at this point, 2 hours on a Sunday night on AM radio, there's nothing impressive about it. And I would just simply assume he did all right. He's been doing this a really long time, right? Hell yeah. Happy to see you didn't go postal last night. Why would I go postal? Sniff my aunt. Why would I go postal? Good morning, Hope. I've been out of the country the past couple of weeks. I get back last night and turned on the radio and heard Ant on WABC. Did you know this? Please comment on Ant's triumphant return to broadcast radio. I didn't watch or listen, whatever. I didn't listen. I probably should have listened because it would have made this live stream fantastic, but I simply couldn't be bothered. With all the money he's making, and he only has a 2-hour shift, my God, the commercial load must have been crazy, though. If he's making all that money, 2 hours on AM radio, they had to have 20, 30 minutes of commercials to try to pay his salary, right? Barrister, I'm sorry. I just didn't listen. I have literally nothing to say about that. I have a lot to say about AM radio in general. The best card to play today would be to give Anthony zero attention. The new show was beyond sad and just meh. Well, I probably should have listened. I probably would have had a lot to say about it. But AM radio, I guess if they got a good app or something, AM radio isn't as bad as it sounds, but I don't know. Everyone is just crushing in the podcast world, making millions of dollars. And then to hear that he's going back to AM radio, look, it's not impressive. But like I said, I'm trying to be fair here because I don't like the guy. But if it leads to something, if it leads to like a full-time shift, if it leads to a decent full-time shift, then God bless him. But right now, 2 hours a day on a Sunday night, that's not impressive. It's kind of dumb to go back to AM radio making like no money. Anthony was a huge radio star. So to accept a deal where they're barely paying you to do 2 hours on a Sunday night, that's the real story here. He's not making any money. He's not making any money. My God, I hope he didn't sign a contract where now he can't make money somewhere else. That would be crazy, right? So there you go. All right, enough of that.